Hey there guys, so with the country on lockdown and I've pretty much done every kind of top list in terms of Power Rangers, from colours to villains to Megazords, so I thought it was the perfect opportunity to do my top 10 episodes of Power Rangers. Now bear this in mind, this was quite risky to do because there's over 900 episodes of Power Rangers and picking 10 of them for the long term was not easy, but no one else has done this apart from Watch Mojo, that's more objective than subjective. So I really thought this through for like months and I finally got my top 10 episodes of Power Rangers starting from number 10. So at number 10 is Reflections from SPD. Now there's a reason why Sky is one of my favourite Blue Rangers, and Reflections ended his character arc in such a nice bow. We got a Monster of the Week, which if you think about it, he could have been an interesting general for the series. The Battleizers they introduced is one of the better Battleizers in the franchise. We got to learn who killed Sky's dad, and Sky got to live his dream as the Red Ranger for a short period of time and avenge his father's death. And number 9 is the 5-part Green with Evil. Now if this was made today, this could have been a 3-part, no doubt. There's so much you can edit out of this. Not only did it introduce the greatest Ranger of all time, but it was a game changer for the first series. Rita was so close to winning. Not only did the Rangers have to fight one of their own, but without Sauron's guidance. And after an intense battle, the Rangers' most deadliest enemy becomes one of their greatest allies. And number 8 is Face from the Past. Now this is just such a perfect episode. It shows you why Captain Mitchell is one of the best mentors in the franchise. We see how he became the leader of Lightspeed. He used to be a standard firefighter, but also he was the spark to why Carter wanted to be a firefighter. But also what this episode brought was Captain Mitchell trying to make up for losing his son. It's a very human response. That's why he's so hard on Carter. He doesn't want to see families go through what he did. At number 7, I decided to cheat a little bit and join these 3 episodes together, and that's Road to Corinth, Fade to Black and Rain. Now we were completely thrown off guard with the first 3 episodes and how they focus on Dylan. This wasn't afraid to do something new, and it didn't feel like Power Rangers in a great way. It was set in a parallel world where most of humanity was extinct, and Dylan was a badass. I mean, he did everything his own way and it worked. So at number 6, I went for the series finale of Lost Galaxy Journey's End. Not only did it do a great job of wrapping up characters and storylines, but for Terra Venture as well. I love this idea of a space colony searching across the galaxy. Lost Galaxy was the Star Trek to Power Rangers. Chikina was more evil than ever. She was full on rampage. She turned her army into suicide bombers. And this was before 9/11, so I don't think Power Rangers will ever use this idea again. Phil Max was killed for refusing to kill innocent people, but he won out. I love how the series comes full circle when the Rangers crash land on Miranoid, they place their Quasar Sabers back into the stone, and the curse was broken. And number 5 is Movie Madness. Now this may not be the best written or the most epic, but it's the most fun and well rounded because everyone had something to do. I love how this idea of this monster can create dimensions from movie sets, from spaghetti westerns, Broadway, samurai, martial arts. And at the end of the script, the Rangers get killed off. There's even a cool Mad Max Fury Road reference since Vernon Wells was in that movie. And number 4 is Darkest Day and One Last Hope. Now this shows you that Turbo can be serious. It doesn't have to be goofy all the time. They needed something to raise the stakes, especially for the new cast. It just shows you that becoming a Ranger doesn't make you unstoppable. They just became Rangers, and what happens, their Megazord was taken away. Not a great first impressions, but also it was a great way to introduce a new Megazord. Sometimes when they introduce a secondary Megazord, I kind of find it so cliche. It's just a switch over to something stronger. But with this, they kind of needed a new Megazord, but also the episode shows you to expect the unexpected, which paid off in the finale. And number 3 is Forever Red. Now I'm mostly an old school fan, and the Saban era was my favourite time for Power Rangers, and this was a great tribute, bringing back the Red Rangers for the past 10 years, and this is just oozing with fan service, whether it's Surfing Terror, the Astro Megaship, the Machine Empire, Miranoid, the Moon, everything. And what they accomplished in 20 minutes. There's also a slow down, speed up, rapid scene effect which came 3 years before 300. And number 2 is my favourite series finale, and that's Countdown Destruction. This wrapped up 6 years of storytelling, bringing back all the villains from the previous series, and they try and take over the world. While Andros believes he can bring Corone back to the good side, the other Rangers reveal themselves to the world and fight the invasion. Bulk and Skull's defining moment is when they stand up to Astronomer, the citizens follow them, and they fight along with the Rangers, and Andros had to make the ultimate sacrifice, killing off Zordon, which releases an energy wave, and it was truly an end of an era. So my favourite Power Rangers storyline of all time, and these are 3 episodes joined together, and that's Dawn of Destiny, Fight Against Fate, and Destiny Defeated. Now from the beginning, Wes and his dad have been fighting. Wes doesn't want to be his dad, he doesn't need his help, he doesn't want to take over his business. While his dad doesn't understand why his son is so disobedient. He has everything, given everything, and all he asks to follow in his footsteps, and that all comes to pass when his father stands up to Rancic, which led to Wes taking over his father's business, which isn't easy for him since the other Rangers let him go, since Alex has taken over as the Red Ranger, and he doesn't know what to do, he can't really fit in, and this was a test of character for these two. And it wasn't easy for the other Rangers going under Alex's strict leadership. This was the turning point for Time Force, whether the Rangers were going to win or lose. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Go like, share and subscribe. Let me know, what are your top 10 Power Ranger episodes. Go check out my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram page. You guys are awesome. I've got your back.